Alrighty guys, welcome back to Siren Song Game. This is Gabby here. We are here today. Oh, lost my... Oop. We're here today to play the Long Dark again. We're gonna head up to Ash Canyon today. Go ahead and explore Ash Canyon and through to find the recipe and also see if we have the curator's rifle. I don't think we do. We're gonna take a look for it in the spots that I found. Where it could be. If it's not there, that means we already have it. We'll go from there. We purposely did not bring a rifle with us, just in case we did find it. So, I want to play around with the rifles so we have them. Apologize for being a few minutes late getting started. The puppy is downstairs causing a riot, because that's what she does. So, she just has opinions on things. And today's one of those days. She's not happy with her life, so... Let's see where we left off here. So, Wednesday when we played, we got to Pepper's Cache. So we're in the Pepper's Cache right now. So we were able to go through, go to Thompson's Crossing, grab that recipe in Thompson's Crossing. And then we tucked in for the night here at the bunker. Let's see, that should be enough to sleep again. Top that off before we go up the rope. I'm not too worried about it because we're going to probably have to sleep anyway. Just because we do have, we have to climb that rope, which is going to kill our stamina bar a bit. So, I think this was a bed. Yeah, it's not our bedroll. And I do want to get an early start this morning, just so that we can get up that rope. We are a little over encumbered, it looks like, so we'll have to do some inventory management. Not to worry. Might just have to leave some stuff until we come back down. What are we carrying? Alright, let's drop both of these. We don't need them. We can drop this, that, these, those. I don't think we need a pot and a skillet. I'm afraid to drop them, though. Let's drop this. We don't need the charcoal. This can stay. This we could have dropped down in the bunker. Oh, burdoc's heavy. Get rid of the burdock. We're not carrying an excessive amount of food, I would say, but we could leave this stuff down here. So we have to come back down this way anyway. Drop these cans. Just trying to get rid of the superfluous stuff. We don't need... anything more than that. We'll take 5 and drop it off at the cabin. Yep, that looks good to me. Let's get up this rope. Alright, we made it. And we lost a quarter of our wakefulness. That's fine. We knew we would. Just gonna grab a couple of these sticks, take them up with us, because why not? Never hurts to have more sticks in case we get into a bit of a tizzy with the weather. I was gonna hock up that branch, but we don't really need to. There's really no reason to. It would actually be kind of a waste. So, just sometimes feel this impulsive need to like hack up stuff, but it's kind of a waste of energy. Pretty nice morning so far. Looks like a little bit of fog, but that's to be expected in the morning. Temperature's pretty nice. Well, I mean, we're fully clothed, but temperature's pretty nice in terms of that. It's not windy. So, let's head up. Alright, friends, now we're at Timberwolf Mountain. So, Timberwolf Mountain, if I can get my map up for you guys. Is I should pull up Ash Canyon too for later. That one's Ash Canyon. Okay, so Timberwolf Mountain. When we get here, we're gonna come out from the Pleasant Valley entrance. So you're gonna come up by this landing gear right here. Our goal today, and this is the way that I like to do it. That's not the only way to do it, obviously. Where's the markup option? I do this every time. Nope, don't want that. Okay, well, we just won't mark it up. I think I'm in this the wrong way. So what we would do is we would come up this way. The cabin's right here. Mountaineering's hut. That's the cabin we're talking about. The cabin for the recipe, though, if I remember correctly, is it's up on the plateau over here. Right by one of the exits. So I don't quite remember how to get there. That's why we're looking together. But basically, if you wanted to get up the summit, all you would do. Oh, this is because I'm not looking at Ash Canyon. Duh. So, not enough coffee this morning. So you would come in here. You're gonna follow this up and around. There's two ways to go to Ash Canyon. I personally prefer going through the cave because of where you come out. So if you go through the cave, basically what you're doing is you're going to cut across the lake. I like to swing down past the wing and just follow this, basically follow the side of the map straight up. You'll come to the point where there's a rope to get up, and then there's a way up into Ash Canyon. Pretty easy. You can also take the more direct route. Now I'm doubting myself. Hold on. I haven't had enough coffee this morning, friends. I'm very sorry. Yeah, I want the cave entrance. I was like, I want to come out down here. So I like the cave entrance better. So the cave entrance for um, Timberwolf Mountain drops you off over in this corner of the map. And since you need to get up to this gold mine here to get the technical backpack, that's typically where I come out. Since we're looking for we need to get to this cabin here. This is what I was looking for on the other map that obviously wasn't there. So the Homesteader's Respite is where the recipe apparently is. In order to get there, you have to kind of like skew up and around and do some weird stuff. So it still may be better for us to come out the way I usually do. Um, so we'll do that. Just planning our route together. So we're just gonna follow this up and around until we get to the cave, and then when we get to the cave, we'll go through to Ash Canyon. Long-winded explanation. Sorry. I don't have my window open. There we go. Awesome. Now, let's see what we can do here. My normal viewers know that I babble. People that are watching me for the first time, it gets better, I promise. Early morning babble is one of the things I do best, so I've only had half a cup of coffee. And it's also been a minute since I've played, so Brain Bank eliminated some stuff in my cache, so that's why I'm here, to teach you how to use the resources available to you, because not everybody can pick up this game and be a master, so I tend to cater to the people that are a little bit less experienced anyway, so um, I don't mind teaching. I don't mind you watching me flub along the way. So this wheel right here is a good waypoint for me. I usually come out to this knowing that this is the landing gear that I pointed out on the map. If you listen very carefully, you may hear Squid throwing a fit downstairs. She is unhappy. She's unhappy because she can't be trusted yet, so she's downstairs in her kennel while we're doing this. So she has thoughts about it. When you come around this area, though, you gotta be a little bit careful. There's a bear that can spawn in this area, and there's also a moose. They don't typically come this far out, but I have had it a few times where they've come a little bit uncomfortably close when coming over this ridge here, so just keep an eye out. Speaking of, there's the moose right there. So, ironically enough, there's a moose sign there, but that was the first I've seen. So just be careful coming over this hill. Give him a wide berth. We don't actually need to kill him. We could probably benefit from the moose hide curing, but I don't have a rifle and I'm not about to get broken ribs, so that'll make this episode really boring. So we'll just give him his space. In this area here, there's typically some rabbits that spawn. I actually really enjoy Timberwolf Cabin. Because there's, like I said, right here, there's rabbits that spawn. There are some burdock root that spawns here, I've noticed. As well as there's deer, there's fish. You could really live in Timberwolf for a long time. There's lots of wood in this area. I would argue this is probably one of my favorite places to hang out when I need a change. So like I like Coastal because Coastal you could literally just sit and squat for days and days and days. Timberwolf Mountain, I feel like it's similar, but there's wolves, there's other stuff that want to eat you, so it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And sometimes it's just nice to have the additional challenge. It's getting foggy this morning, so we will probably tuck in the cabin and sleep for a few hours. So if the moose is there, I have not ever seen the bear. The bear will spawn on the ice here. I think it's really kind of limited to one or the other. I've never seen them both spawn together. We've been here before. We've got some cooked food here that we can actually eat. It's ruined, but we can still eat it. We just can't eat it like we normally would from the wheel. But we'll eat this. This is why I leave food everywhere. Because when we were here last time, we didn't have level 5 cooking, so it would have actually hurt us to eat it. But now that we have level 5 cooking, we have lots of food here. It's awesome. Oh, we have some water here too. Cool. So we have a deer hide. Do we need this deer hide? Does any of my stuff need any love? No, actually, our deer hide's good, so we'll leave this here for now. Might be a different story once we fight our way through Ash Canyon, but for right now, drop this stuff here. And the coal. I like to stash little bits of coal everywhere. Just makes it so that, like, if we're adventuring across the map for some reason and we get into a bad way, that it's easy enough to figure out what we're supposed to be doing. So we've got some stuff here stashed as well. I don't really need any of it, but it's nice to know it's here. Pull these out. A little clothes pile right here. Yeah, that's it. Okay. We've got a couple cans. Not that we really need them, but it's not a bad thing to have. Lots of water, some lantern fuel. Nothing in there. Cool. Anything else I can drop in the corner over here? We can leave this broth down here, since it is a bit heavy. Put broth on the bed. Why not? Drop that as well. Okay, I've got some birch bark, but we can keep that. carrot. We have to eat this before it goes bad too, the bannock. I think it's still fine to eat when it's bad. Everything else is. But what else do we have out here? Do we have any firewood and stuff in the back here? No. Oh, okay. Lots of food back here. Oh, we do have firewood back here. I was gonna say, I'm usually notorious for leaving piles of firewood like this. So, especially when I'm sure this is probably one of the sites where we did a lot of cooking. So, alright. Go ahead and close that. And we'll sleep for... Get a drink first. We'll sleep for a few hours. See if this fog passes. Alright. And what's it look like outside? Still very foggy. So we'll sleep for another hour. We're going to run a bunch of energy off by moving anyway, so if we end up a little bit too rested, that's okay. Because we're going to probably burn it off. I don't want to wait too much longer, though. I'd like to get moving. I think the fog's lifted enough that we can move. So let's eat one of these fish. Keep our well-fed bonus going. We're going to leave that behind. We don't want to attract any additional predators, so we'll leave that there. So, what I like to do is just stick to the edge of the lake here. Those wolves over there on Stalker, they typically will not aggro from this range. Oh god, there is the bear. Okay. Slap me and call me wrong here. So we're going to give him a wide berth. Be nice if we found the curator's rifle. But yeah, that's where the bear is. I feel like you can see him there in the morning and the evening. I don't know his exact travel schedule, but we're coming all the way this way anyway, so if we break an ankle going up here to avoid him, I'm not too upset. It's not going to let us. Okay, never mind. Usually when you hit a wall like that, it's not worth trying because you will definitely break an ankle and then still not be able to get up. So take our chances and come a little bit more this way. If we do find a rifle, though, we're definitely going to down those two big critters and leave the pelts. We'll come back for them later. Carve the meat off and leave it, probably. See how much time we want to waste here. Just because they're pretty easy to kill in this area, I would argue. They're probably one of my favorite places to kill that bear, because you can hide in that fishing hut, and he can't get you in the fishing hut if you're far enough back. I wouldn't bet 1,000% on that, but it works. I've noticed every time I've done it. I'm sure there's times where he's reached through and gotten people, but as long as you stay towards the back, it's pretty safe to kill a bear in a fishing hut. So you just have to make sure you actually make it into the fishing hut, because I've definitely had it where I've been backing up frantically and hit the edge and not been able to get in and then been mauled. So, which is not a huge deal because then you just get up and run inside and then heal yourself, but fix yourself rather. But this area down here is really good for deer. There's always a couple here, which is the other reason I like this area. We want to go for less toothy meat. There's usually a couple deer down this way. There's also a good amount of birch bark. I don't know if you've seen it. Kind of in a birch bark forest here. So we're just going to keep swinging down as far as we can. If that bear is not there, it can actually be down here as well. So his cave is, I think, right in that ridge behind the plane here. It's in one of these areas here. I'm positive we searched these crates, but these crates here, for those of you who didn't watch me go up the first time, you have a hacksaw? Yeah, I've been here. If you have a hacksaw, you can actually open these. and there's stuff inside of them. And each side has its own set of stuff. These crates here typically have some stuff too. Looks like we all offloaded some stuff though. We'll take it with us. If we have to drop it again, we will, but waste not, want not. I probably dropped it because I literally couldn't move. There are a few wolves that spawn down here as well. I don't know if you guys can see 1, 2, 3 on those wolves. So I usually hug the wall here. I mean, we have enough ammunition in our pistol that I'm not too worried about it if we have to pull out the revolver and pop some wolves. There's a cave there if you need a shelter for the night or what have you. But I like to make it all the way down to the end here until you hit this wall and then just follow it up and around. You can go through the ravine and make the right, but I typically actually get lost that way. So I go the way that I get the least lost. So this is the way I'm comfortable going, so. And you'll find your way, whichever way works best for you. I know some people that can literally get dropped anywhere on any map and be like, I know exactly where I am, and then start moving without a map. I am clearly not one of those people. I've not put enough hours in this game. I love this game, but yeah. So. Does look like we could have come straight through past that plane wing, but like I said, I'd like to stick to the wall. I know where I'm at. Nothing can flank me. It's one of those things. So we made it to this area here. I'm gonna grab this old man beard. Because that's one of those things that I forget to pick up, and then I get bitten, and then I'm like, oh crap, I don't have any antiseptic or old man beard. And then I end up with an infection. So once you get to this point, you're going to take this tree and cross over this ravine. It's a pretty dark ravine. I think you can actually climb in down there if you really want to, but not from here. You'll die, but I think there's a way to get into that ravine. There's a ravine on the map. I don't know if it's this one or not. I've never actually paid close enough attention in the ravine to see if that's where you cross, but it might be. Who knows? Got something dead here. Deer carcass. I think we're good enough that we can leave it. Sometimes I'll stop, carve them up, and just throw a fire up quick, but it's getting kind of late in the day, and I don't want to stop. I would like to get at least to the cave tonight, so we've got more than enough wakefulness that we can actually run a bit. So and we can see what's what. In terms of my life, yesterday was hysterical at work, and by hysterical I meant I almost left. I got to work at 9 o'clock. It takes me an hour to get to work, so by the time I get there, I'm like usually ready to just like plop into my workstation and start working. Just because I've been pent up in the car for a while. I don't think we left anything in here, but let's peek. So I got to work yesterday, and my workstation wouldn't let me log in. And I was like, that's annoying. I've been there for 3 years. My credentials have never changed. Like, I know my credentials. And it was telling me my credentials were invalid. And I was like, okay, well, that's annoying. So I walked over to my friend. I had, like, hard reset my desktop, like, 3 times, hoping that it was just a stupid software thing. And that, making it sleep for a hot second would fix it. Well, there's some time again. That's cool. We're gonna leave them. Got no reason to spook them off. We don't need the meat, and the feathers take a while, so. So I walk over to my coworker's desk, who I would count as one of my close friends now. And I sit down we're in cubicles with basically like an L desk. So I sit down on the edge of her desk, and I'm like, I can't get logged into work. I can't get logged into my workstation. At this point, I'm like, it's been fighting with it for like 5-10 minutes. I'm very frustrated. I haven't had a single drop of coffee yet. So I am quite grumpy. And then she's like, oh, do you want me to email IT for you? And I was like, that would be fantastic. So she emails IT for me, basically saying that, like, I can't get logged into my workstation, blah, 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 blah. So IT, taking their time the way that they do, 15 minutes later, is like, oh, well, she hasn't logged herself out yet. Is she sure she's using the right password? Which of course then made me very angry because it was like, well, yeah, my passwords never changed. So yeah, my credentials are correct. 100% guarantee you they are correct. Not a spot of doubt here. And then they were like, oh, well, are you using the right username? And it was like, well, yep, my credentials have literally never changed. I'm positive I'm using the right information. So my friend was laughing with me and she's like, I'm so sorry, they're just asking the dumb IT questions. And I was like, I get it, it's not your fault. So I like sent her a screenshot of exactly what I was seeing with my username in so they could see that I was using the right username. Um, blah 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 blah. And they were like, that's weird. We reset your password, we can try that. I was like, alright, go ahead and try it. So they reset my password, that didn't work. And then I was like, yeah, I can't get into my workstation at all. And they're like, are you sure you're using the right username? I was like, oh, I'm gonna fight with you. I was to the point at that point where I was like, stop asking me dumb IT questions. I'm not an idiot. So then we get we get through to the point where they're like, how about this? Try logging in on another workstation and see if it works, which I hadn't really thought of. I'll be honest with you, which is why I reached out to IT because you know that this is their like thing that they do. Um, but I reached out to them, and I think this is the cave we need. Um, and they were like, try another workstation, and I was like, all right. So a couple of the people that I work with work remote various times throughout the week. It's one of the, I guess, luxuries of my job is we get more recently than not. Um, Everybody's gotten the opportunity at a hybrid schedule. So we get there, or I'm sorry, I pop over to the cubicle next to my friend, which was thankfully open. And I log in on that girl's computer, and I got right in. And I was like, that's really annoying. Okay. Um, so we emailed IT, and we were like, all right, so I was able to get in on another computer, but not my own. Um, what do we do? And they were basically like, okay, well, we'll have somebody come up and switch out your tower. Because we're basically all server based, so the towers that we have are basically just there to run the server that we use. We use a program called Citrix as a desktop server type thing. So each computer station like doesn't have its own big tower. It's just this itty bitty little one that just pulls the information off the servers. So they came out and they switched that. They were like, your client's a little bit old, so maybe it's just like hit the dirt finally. So they switched that out, and then I spent another 20 minutes trying to figure out what I was doing because everything was different. Oh, have I not been here before? There's another revolver. We don't need it though. It must not have come this way last time. There's a bedroll. Meh. Poor, poor guy. Something gotcha. I don't think there's anything in this, but let's look. No. So, we don't need it. I have another one stored elsewhere, so. Um, so I was like, okay, that's annoying. So I went and sat at one of my other friends. He was definitely home for the day. So I went to his workstation and was working on it for a little bit. And then IT popped up and they were like, here, we switched out your tower. It does need to update though, so you might want to keep working where you're at for a little bit longer. This is the storytelling I love. So clearly this is the wolf that bit the guy. Scared him off of his little campfire. It's a cooking pot. Oh, there's a spelunker's lantern. We'll take that. So the spelunker's lantern is one of the new unique items. It's supposed to burn longer. It does burn longer than the regular lantern. So worth the wait to carry. Sorry about that. Hi Bella. That's weird. Maybe check your subscription? Because I put it up a while before I went live even, so that's weird. Um, but yeah, so we get everything sorted out. They switch the tower out, and then I spent the next like 20 minutes because the new tower is kind of different. So it's kind of like it feels like a different version of Windows. I know it's not, but it feels like a different version of the client that we use. I just felt like knocked off all day, and for me that's a big deal. I have an issue with like change kind of knocks me off and bothers me a bit. I like things being typical for me, so that really kind of threw me for a loop. And then I was on a call with a creditor, because that is what I do. I'm a negotiator. So I was on a call with a creditor, and my system crashed halfway through. And then for the next hour and a half, my microphone wouldn't work. My headset was working. I could hear my computer audio through it, all of those things, but I could not. My microphone was not working. So I hard restarted my computer like 3 times, which is a whole big deal because I have to like close out of everything, save. Like it's a whole annoyance to do. And then after like the third or fourth time where I literally threatened to switch, we can actually call our cell phones from the um, so basically like our we do our calling through a web application. So the web application actually calls your cell phone and it uses the cell phone to make the call. So you just keep the call with the web program going and it basically routes it to your phone. I was like literally 3 seconds from doing that and then it finally fixed itself. So we made it to Ash Canyon. So by the time that happened, I had been trying to get on the phone um, a few times with this creditor. I had called him like 3 or 4 times. Of course, they can't hear me. I'm getting frustrated because I can hear them, whatever. So when I finally get it to work, the poor rep, I was like, oh my God, you can hear me. And he started laughing. Because, like, I do work with the one creditor I was on the phone with, I do work with them relatively frequently. Um, so I get a lot of the same reps over and over again. Um, do we want to sleep in this cave tonight? Hold. But I started laughing with him and I was like, you don't understand the day I've had so far today. And I was telling him about it. And he was like, oh God, that's awful. So we were able to settle an account, um, blah, 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 chit-chatting, all that stuff. So by that point, I hadn't taken my lunch yet. It was like 2 o'clock. I was like getting hangry on top of it too. And I like messaged my friend and I was like, we need to go right now. Like I'm tapped out. So I came back from lunch and the day was fine. But like I was so frustrated yesterday. It was the worst. So basically, we need to get to Homesteader's Respite here, um, which does require climbing down a rope through the fire outlook, all that other stuff. So we actually need to, on this map, I want to backtrack and see where we need to go. That's kind of what I'm doing here. So the best way to go actually seems to be um, the way that I went last time was actually there's 2 ways you can do it. So you can either go up the way like you're going to get the technical backpack. So to do that, you would just follow this up, follow the left around basically, keep an eye out here. Watch out for this moose. This moose is almost always here when I try to do anything here. Climb up this rope here and then um, follow, climb up this rope, walk around this way. There's another rope and then another rope. Climb up. And then there's these signs for the mining camp you just follow. You get down into this mining camp and you follow the mine through. There's 2 ways you can leave the mine. You can either leave the mine the way you came in, or you can go out the other way. Um, the other thing you could do, there's a long way to get to the mine, which is, this is the way back down. You can go the long way where, like, if you come out this way, Timberwolf Mountain, the other transition zone we talked about, you can actually come up here through Angler's Den, this area, and then there's a rope. Basically, if you follow this, I just saw the rope, where was it? Follow Angler's Den up and around here. There is a rope you can climb up to get up to this level. I just saw it. Where was it? I'm about to say it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get up here. So we come up this way, around. This is a rope, but this is, I think, a rope location. It's not one that's deployed. Oh, I think if you go through this cave, so you come up here, go through this cave, that's what it is. Um, you come out here, and then you follow the signs backwards to get to Miner's Folly, and then you just follow this bridge out and around. Okay, we're gonna do that. So that means that we are here. If we swing up and around here, we can sleep tonight in. We come up and around here, we can sleep in Angler's Den. So that's what we'll do. Long detour. Puppy's downstairs screaming her displeasure. My wife just woke up, it sounds like. So, it's been a morning. How's your day going so far, Bella? Okay. Let us see here. Ash Canyon is actually a region that like I would like to be able to spend more time in. It's got some decent stuff here. I personally don't love it just because it's like Wolftopia and it's all tiered. So easy to get lost in if you don't know what you're looking for, but there's a lot of good stuff here. There's a good amount of creatures here to eat from. There are a bunch of pretty good areas to like hang out. So on and so forth, that kind of stuff. My day's going pretty good so far, Bella. Thanks for asking. Got the puppies out so they could play for a little bit earlier. All that stuff. So, where am I? This is wrong. Maybe it's not. But it's Friday, so I can't complain too much. And we've got an hour and a half to hang out, so can't complain too much. I mean, I could, but that's no fun to listen to. Any fun plans for you this weekend? We actually have, so I actually start my D&D campaign with friends tomorrow. So I have to actually look at my character sheet tonight, play that back out again. So we have that tomorrow, but otherwise, pretty boring day, which is I'm very much welcoming. It's supposed to rain all weekend. And as much as like I would love to be able to have a campfire, because it is gorgeous outside, I actually have all of the windows open, and it's like in the mid-60s this morning. So it's fantastic weather. It's by far my favorite weather. But I don't mind the rain either. Give me something, give me a reason to just sit out and do nothing and maybe play some Starfield. So we have this buck here. Part of me wants to harvest it up, but part of me doesn't want the meat on me. So we're probably just going to leave it. Yeah, he's only got about 1 steak's worth of meat on there. Not worth taking the time. My favorite part about Ash Canyon is the birch bark here. There's a visual glitch on it that makes it really, really big. There's a piece that spawns that like looks like an entire log, and it's literally just one piece of birch bark. So this is like where I like to come and refill my birch bark for sure, because there's all these little like outcroppings, and there's usually 3 to 4 pieces at each one. So it's actually how I know to get where I'm going. Typically, is look for the patches of birch bark trees because they do stick out against the snow. So I think if I remember correctly, there's a good amount of oak trees in here too. So it'll probably be a good place to grab some acorns. If we weren't already a little heavy. I don't know if that other one respawned. We've been here somewhat recently. There's like a big piece of birch bark that spawns here that I always laugh at. Because it always looks like it's like a down stump or something, and it's not. It takes up the entire screen when you try to pick it up. Like when you do like the little preview thing that I just did. So like this, it takes up the entire screen when you pick it up. But I'm not seeing it here, so it's either not at this patch or it's not spawned in. So could be either. We've hit the point where we are very tired, which is a little bit disconcerting, but that's okay. Yeah, this one. It's like this, but bigger. It's some really freakishly large pieces of birch bark here. And we're just gonna keep picking it up. Um, so we're gonna have to shoot our way through like this, like this. It's just like they're all this big. Like that should be 2 pieces of birch bark, easily. All these big pieces, like this. Should be able to cut them down or something to smaller bits. I know that's more game coding they have to break in, but maybe just make those ones give us 2 instead of 1. Get down here into the crispy trees. I think we want to stay right here to get into... We want to get on the ice, basically. So I think if you stay left here, you'll go up towards that rope that I talked about by the moose. Going right here allows us to go to Angler's Den. So... I mean, I think I like that they're freakishly big. It makes me laugh. I don't know that I want them to reduce the size, but just give us more birch bark from it. Just give us 2 instead of 1. Something. It's one of like the weird charm things I like about the stone. It's got the freakishly large birch bark. So we'll go through here, through more crispy trees. Wish there was some lore as to what happened here. Like, clearly there was a forest fire of some sort, but like, I would love to be able to find a piece of something that explains why this is crispy. Because they do such funny storytelling throughout. They rival Basidia with some of their storytelling stuff. Like that cave we just passed through. Clearly that wolf attacked the guy. The guy shot at him and then killed him, but then also died from his wounds. So, easy story arc there. Just tell me why the trees are crispy. Because there's crispy trees in other places. Like there's the crispy trees in Pleasant Valley where the plane came down, which makes total sense. Where are you? I heard you. Oh, there you are. Oh, this is what we didn't want. We're gonna lose this fight. Okay. Yeah, we didn't want that. Shit. We need to not be here. We're gonna die here. We cannot get attacked again. Shit. Yeah, I know. We need stuff. Oh, Christ. Alright, we're gonna stem just because we lost so much health there. Not really a fan. I think the den's right here, but we can't get attacked again. It'll be a bad day for us. Sorry for the quietness. I was concentrating and my wife popped in to say goodbye. So there's the den right there. We are just gonna run until we cannot run. Because that almost died. well, almost killed us. Almost died us. I don't actually know if we found the curator's rifle yet. We don't have the box for that. Okay. Alright, let's get in here. I don't know if we found it. I wish there was like a note section that showed the unique items that you found so far. I'm thinking we didn't find it on this playthrough, but I'm not sure. Oh, I have to make water too. Crud. So that could have turned very badly for us very quickly, so I'm glad we got out of there. There's a potbelly stove in this one, so we are going to start a fire. I don't have any sticks, really? Alright, well. Okay. Let's get some water going, since we don't have any. Yeah, so we've got a hatchet in here. We've been in here. Okay. We have been here. Oh, cool. We found some lantern fuel. That's nice. Scarf. We need to fix our clothing, I'm sure, too. Because we got attacked not once, but twice. Let's look at the condition of our clothes here. Actually, not too bad, all in all. I was going to say that I was going to have to repair something. I can repair these boots. If that's the only thing we have to repair, I'm not upset. Our hat, but we need a rabbit skin for that. We don't need those. Let's add some fuel to this one. And I may actually leave this lantern here. We have another one back at Timberwolf Mountain, or at the cabin, so leave that one here. Drop a little bit of weight. We're gonna end up drinking this birch bark tea, so we'll take that, pick it up. I don't want too much more weight than that on us. There's a bed in the corner here, if I can find it. There's the workbench. Bed. No, go back. Bed. Okay. So let's drink this first, because we are going to drink it to heal our health up. We probably don't need to, but we have it, so might as well take advantage. And let's sleep for 8. Should have full health when we wake up. I probably didn't need to use this stim, but I didn't want to take the chance either. And it gave us some health, so we were hurting pretty bad. In those situations where I have more than one stim, I'd rather just stim and be careful than risk it and die, because then I get mad. If I do dumb stuff like that, so. Alright, it's morning time. We're thirsty? And we're a little bit hungry, but we're just gonna go with it for now. So, from here, it's a lovely morning. From here, we're at Angler's Den here right now. We're just gonna follow this. Where's Stick North? Just regular north. Okay, so we're gonna follow this north west and follow the river up here. So we came in probably right here. So we're just gonna follow back the way we came up and around. Hold on. So we're just gonna follow the lake back up here, and then out we go. So back the way we came. So we came in that way, so we're just gonna go up this way. And we're just basically gonna stay on the ice. I'm gonna probably take the cave up, and around. I think we can climb up here and just take the waterfall around like you just said too. There's some cattails here, but we'll leave them. We don't need them right now, so it'll be good food for later. So, I love the random burn barrel here. Like, clearly something was here. Maybe that's what started the crunchy trees. Crispy tree fire from a fire barrel. Somebody was not responsible. All those crispy birch trees. Gone now. Oh, there's a dead guy up here. Let's see. What you got, friend? Oh, I've clearly been here before, too. Windbreaker. Blech. Alright, so behind the waterfall we go. Maybe I came down this way, that's weird. I don't remember coming this way, but this was clearly eons ago. Okay. Yeah, I looked at doing the ropes, but I don't think I want to expend that much energy when we can just do the cave to get up there. I went back and forth for a few minutes trying to figure it out. I'd rather deal with the wolves and this way than all the ropes, I think. Because I tend to run a little bit heavy on gear. So let's reload this, huh? We're going to shoot first and ask questions later. Though I think our bear bedroll and current attire scared off that wolf. Because he was here, I heard him. Heard him running. There he is. I'll say probably has a friend. Yeah, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of trying to sleep in like strategic places, and it's just like I always run heavy. So after the first rope, I end up needing to dump a bunch of stuff out of my inventory to do the second. It just doesn't feel worth it. So I love the water in this game. It's so pretty. Really? Get out of here. I mean, to get to the mine, I do the rope way instead, but since we're not going to the mine, we don't need to go that way. We already have the backpack. I mostly want to see where the recipe is, and if we have to double back and try to find the curator's rifle, I will. But because I found an image online of where people say it could spawn, so we'll peek at those places quickly after we get the recipe. I want to get to the recipe first, though. Let's try out our handy dandy new lantern we found. Found this new red lantern, the new the miner's lantern. I hate the glare on it though. I said that before. But it burns so much longer. So, alright. Got to take our clothes off though. We do in fact have to take our clothes off to have a good time. think there's a second spot we have to take all of our clothes off. Or walk through the water or something, so let's get through that first. Could have sworn there was. Alright, let's put our clothes back on so we don't freeze to death. We'll take the warmth bonus from the insulation for a few seconds. We don't need it, but might as well take it since we have it. Recipes we have, so we have the one from the airfield, so the camber porridge or whatever it is, camber flight porridge. We picked up the one from the hunting lodge. We have the fish cakes. We picked up the fish cakes. Oh, there's some coal. And we picked up Thompson's stew last episode. So this episode, did I go the right way? We need to go up here, I think. I think, yeah, we do. So let's put our backpack back on. This feels backwards. Okay. Oh, yeah, this should be fine. I'm used to coming down, not up, from this way. Okay, get rid of this. Now we're gonna follow the signs the wrong way. So we're gonna follow the arrows, the straight side of the arrows to get out where we're going. So we're coming up here to get the Ash Canyon one. We also have to look for there's a prepper cache, I believe, up here somewhere. Oh yeah, that could be. Is it the porridge one you're missing? So we have, we have 4 out of 9. So we have the camber flight porridge, which is the one that's from the airfield. It's fruits and vegetables and syrup and oats. Briarhouse pie is the one from the hunting lodge in Broken Railroad. Coastal fish cakes is from Desolation Point, and then Thompson's family stew is from Pleasant Valley. We're coming up here to get, I forget, I think it's a stew from up here. We're not trying to get to Miner's Folly, we're trying to get to the cabin. So we're trying to get to, that's the wrong map. That's Timberwolf. Oh, I exited out of my Ash Canyon one. Look at me go, Ma. We're trying to get here. Nope, that's Timberwolf again. Trying to get here. So, oh wait, you might still be right. No, Miner's Folly's in this thing. Oh no, you're right. You are right. Oh, I cut this way, didn't I? Okay. You're right, you're right. Alright, let's go back. I spent a few days here, so they're all a little bit, conjumbled. You're right, I was supposed to keep going that way. I think if you go this way, you can get to the mine, though. So, like, if you were going to the actual mine, I think if you take those bridges that way, you can get to the mine. Thanks, Bella. Appreciate you. On autopilot here while I'm chit-chatting. Okay. Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. After I looked at the map again, I was like, you're right. It's just hard to see which bridges are which when you're coming out of there. It all looks like I do that pretty frequently, and then I'm like, where the hell am I? So, it's because I don't spend that much time here. I usually come up here and get what I need. These are the signs I was looking for. So, you want to make sure you're following. So, like, if you wanted to get to the mine, you want to follow the arrows. If you're trying to get to Miner's Follow, you want to follow the flat side. That's what I was looking for. Hey, Justin, how you doing, bud? Haven't seen you around. Welcome. Ranger stew? Oh, those are bear tracks. And there's the bear. Okay. Where did they come from? Did they just, like, materialize here? Like, what? We're gonna grab the recipe and then we're gonna go find Curator's Rifle. Hold please. I don't want to get eaten by this bear. Where'd he go? Because I don't have a rifle. Why do I feel like he's gonna be a quarter bear? Okay. There's a bear over here. There's a bear over here. Ow. Alright, well that's fine. Oh, there he is. Okay, okay. So we need to get up that way. Of course, right where that bear is. Oh god. Nope, 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 nope. I don't think I have a flare gun. Okay, he's not charging anymore. That's fine. Just stay over there, Mr. Bear. We can duck into this house here. Pretty sure that one of these houses is open to duck into. That one there. Okay. We're gonna pop in here and lose his aggro. Yeah, he's gone. He's already bored with us. Ugh, I hate Bleak Inlet. By far one of my least favorite places to be. It's a toss-up between Bleak and Hushed River. Bleak is better because Hushed River I feel like it's just like mountains and bullshit. But at least Bleak you can tuck into a cabin and stuff, but it's typically cold there. So, alright. So the cabin, if I remember right, it should be up there? Grab key on door. Okay. This door? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the one. Okay, cool. Thanks. I found that key before. I think it's that cache is full of fish, isn't it? Yeah, the Timberwolves aren't actually too bad, especially if you just like if you have the ammunition to blow through, you can just pop them a few times and let them go, bleed to death, and then you're fine for a few days. I think as long as you don't leave the area, you're fine. That's why most times with Timberwolves, they don't bother me because I just know that I'm gonna have to kill them at some point, so I just go ahead and kill them. There's a fun little ptarmigan spawn over here. I actually spent a few days in this cabin, so there's a little ptarmigan spawn here. But we don't need them, so we're just gonna let them fly away. Bye. Grab these saplings for late game. Sure, we could use the ammunition when we run out of stuff. Alright, Foreman's Retreat. There's an empty bucket. I don't think there's typically too much out here. Flare. I love the sound of the ptarmigan. They sound so derpy. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So, a couple rotten potatoes. And that looks like the recipe. That's mean. Recycled can we don't need. A flare, some dog food, some salt, flour, skillet, soda, broth. We're not taking those shoes. There's the recipe right there. So here's our recipe here. Here's our ranger stew. It's on the table here. I think my last playthrough was on this table. Or on this cabinet. I don't remember. It was somewhere on this side of the room last time. But there's the ranger stew. We have it now. We may spend the night here just because we are hurting a little bit. And maybe. We'll see. It's only halfway through the day.
I'll take it.
Don't want that hoodie. Old bedroll, suitcase. We don't need those. We have red socks. We don't need the white ones. Let's do this. Let's chuck these on the floor till we decide. Anything else fun in here? Anything hidden? Alright. What do we need for this recipe? So, we have camberfight porridge. Let's see. Ranger stew. So we need rabbit, broth, and flour. We don't have any rabbit. And it helps us sleep. And almost 1,000 calories, so that's awesome. Okay, cool. So it's just basically rabbit stew. Nice. Let's look at our gear and see where we're at on our gear. We should be fine. I'm gonna leave the skillet here. We already have one. And they're kind of heavy. No reason to have multiples while we're moving. I think I have another one back at the place. We're already over on weight, and I don't even have the rifle yet, so... we're on Stalker. So, I like to enjoy when I play, so I typically play Stalker. When I do Interloper, I do it as a fun, like, we're doing this today, and I expect to die every time, so... I'm still learning how to succeed at Interloper. It's a fun difficulty, but not quite for me yet. For entertainment purposes, it's more fun to do Stalker anyway, I would argue. Let's drink this soda, actually. Grab the calories from that. Cool. That eliminates a little bit of weight from us. How are we at on fatigue? We're pretty tired. We're gonna end up sleeping here tonight. I was back and forth about it, but we're gonna have to sleep. Do we need all this? We don't. We'll leave this stuff here. We have Old Man's Beard. It's go juice, too. I don't want to drop the go juice. It is heavy. Let's do this. Oh, God. Alright, let's, come up here. My best playthrough on Interloper has been, I think, like 5 or 6 days. Because I keep getting, my game likes to spawn me in Hush River Valley, so then I die. Yeah, no, I don't like Voyager. I used to play Voyager, and then I got to the point where I was like, it's too much. Alright, so let's, while we're doing this, let's take some of this birch bark. And we're gonna do this outside just so we don't increase our cabin fever risk. Because we have been sleeping inside a lot, so. Let's get rid of that. Just a little bit of birch bark. Took us about an hour. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm glad we stopped here. Yeah, okay. Well, that decision, that made me feel better immediately. What else can we make? We don't need those. Okay. How many bandages do I have? I just had to use a few. We have 3, we should be fine. I'm not going to repair those. That'll heal when we go to sleep tonight. Oh, that. Actions. If the weather gets screwy, we'll have to go inside, but the wind's blowing behind the cabin, so we're actually getting a little bit of blockage here. Alright, so we actually do need to hunt some rabbits when we get back. Ugh. Okay. Do we have any books to read? I don't think we do. I think I left them all. Yeah, okay. What else can we do to waste some time? We can sharpen that. Yeah, Ash Canyon I'm getting better at, but everything kind of looks the same in some areas, so that's where I struggle. I need those rocks. We're not going the passive way with wolves. We're just shooting them. So, if we really need to drop some weight, we can drop some of this fire starting stuff, but right now we can just carry it. It's not hurting us much. Casings. Let's reload this revolver. I haven't taken notice of that. It wouldn't surprise me if they did go down quicker, but you can repair them, so it's not really a big deal. What annoys me is I can't take those recycled cans and break them down into scrap metal to fix my crampons. But what are you gonna do? Stack of papers. Because I don't carry scrap metal, it's heavy. So. Actually, I think there's some scrap metal down. Scrap metal down there, but I don't know that we want to go out there. I do want to take a second and see what's what here. I downloaded a picture. There we go. So there's a couple spots the curator's rifle can spawn. At least this is what this person said. So if I could get to the right damn window. Exiting out of that one. So used to escaping out of everything at work, did I keep dropping my maps off? Okay. So we're here. We're up here at the cabin. So there's a couple places that this thing can spawn. I really want to be able to mark this up. Why are you not letting me mark this up? This is gonna bother me now. Can I? What the hell? I have not. Oh, it's here now. Okay. Well, no, can we? They moved it. I don't like that. All right. So we are. Now I can't zoom. All right. So we're here. It looks like the curator's rifle can spawn in the mine here. Here. Here in this cave. Or down here in High Meadow. So here's what I think we do. I think we come this way down and go to High Meadow first and check the spawn. From here, if it's not here, we'll backtrack to this cabin. Oh no, because once you get down this cabin, I have to climb a rope to get back up. Alright, so then we'll go check these other spawns here. So we can go back this way, up and around, and go the way towards the mine, and ping pong down here maybe. I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. Hopefully we'll just find it here and we won't have to worry about it. Play by ear. See what we want to do. On this one I do want to master everything. My last few playthroughs I've died to wolves before I've been able to. That's definitely something I would like to do is master all my skills. I typically don't go out of my way to grind on skills though. I'll get them when I get them. Level 5 cooking I did grind for, but... Alright, let's go to sleep now because this weather's not letting up. Ash Canyon's such a pain. Ugh, so many levels. Okay. So we healed our sprained wrist. Sorry, I can't apparently talk after I stretch. Let's drink some waters. Since we're up here, I've considered traveling at night, like just getting started now that we're rested. But I don't know, it's dark. It's probably not the brightest idea. Especially with me not being 100% sure where we're going, we should not. So... we're here. Oh, we're actually down here. Oh well. Foreman's retreat's down, not up. Okay. So we need to go back towards the bear. Back and around. Alright, let's try the High Meadow one first, like I said. High Meadow and then the Wolf Jaw Outlook are two spots I can spawn. I think I would have found it if it was at Wolf Jaw. But we can take the rope down at Wolf Jaw. Let's see. What do you guys think? What's the best way you guys think we should do it? They're kind of all just all over the place here. I'm going to try the one that's up here since we're up here. We just have to go down a little bit further, it looks like. Because this one... that's fine. I don't care. Let me zoom. Because we're here, I think? Yeah, we're here. We're at Foreman's Retreat. So if we go out and around here, cross this bridge, come down and around and cross this bridge into High Meadow, there's a place it may spawn here. I think if it's not here, we can either go down the rope here. That seems like not maybe the way to go. I think then we double back towards the bear and check this spot out here on Wolfjaw, because that's still up here. And if it's not there, we can, I guess, maybe double back to this cave. I'm just not sure. These ones up here are going to be a pain. But I think we would have found them if it were up here, because that's we did get the technical backpack. I'm hoping it's at one of the spots we haven't been yet. That would make life much easier. Let's just hope it's the easy way, huh? Instead of overcomplicating things already. Problem is we've already been to the mine, so like I think I would have found it if it were there. I don't know where, if it's not in any of these spots, I may have stashed it somewhere. I might have to go back and look at the other videos. Yeah, I know, Wolfjaw's on the way to the mine, so I'm going to come out and check the one that's up here with us here first, and then hope it's here. I don't think I've been out this way yet. I'm not a fan of it still snowing, but that's okay. There's enough buildings we can tuck into down here. It should be okay. There's a lot of stones right there. That one pack of matches put me over. I hate these bridges. They suck. They gave me really bad vertigo. You know, ironically, so we went on our honeymoon and we did a like a bungee walk in Disney across like the alligator exhibits and stuff like that. And the bridges looked just like this, but we were on a pulley system. And I had like really bad PTSD flashbacks of like walking on these bridges here with the wind ripping through and stuff like that. Because I've had to cross them in blizzards before, and I was like, oh god, I shouldn't joke with PTSD, but you know what I mean. Like I was having like flashbacks and like I was like, oh god, if I fall. I mean, if I fall, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It was, you know, you were on bungee cords and stuff, but like, you were harnessed in and everything. But it's like I don't want to be that person that falls. But you literally, I don't think, can fall any further. Like you were so taut that like you couldn't have actually fallen anywhere. But it was a bridge just like that, and they purposely had a bunch of the steps missing so that it made it more exciting, I guess. But we'll see. Hopefully it's just here. That'll make life way easier. Otherwise, if we don't find it here or at the mine, I'll go back and scrub through those videos and see if we did find it maybe, before we go any further. Running in circles. I've checked this cave before? Probably not. There's a box in here. And a hatchet. Too bad we don't need a hatchet. Yeah, I'll go back and scrub through the Esh Canyon video that we went through and see if we didn't find it. I don't think we did, but I will double check. And if we did find it, then that's okay. We just explored more of the map. It's just been a minute. This is the problem with doing multiple playthroughs, is I don't know what I did on each playthrough. There's a maple sapling. We're gonna take that. Alright, so we're looking for another bridge. Because here's the cave we were just in. We just need to keep following this down. Okay. Till we reach a second bridge, and then we'll be at High Meadow. Oh, I think I remember this place. The whetstone? Is this better than our hacksaw? Yeah, I think it is. I think our hacksaw's busted. Oh no, ours is better. That's gonna be an hour to harvest it. That's not worth it. Okay. I for some reason thought ours was more broken than that. Oh, there's more saplings down here. Nice. Ugh, don't want to start working. Start working soon. Blech. Okay, so anything else up here? No, not really. Alright, cool. Let's head back. Because I know we have Barb's rifle because we ended up finding it. I remember not being able to find it in the first couple episodes and getting very frustrated. or not Barb's rifle, Vaughn's rifle we have. We do have Barb's rifle. I think Barb's rifle is the one that spawns on coastal. So we have Barb's rifle. I left that one in coastal. Honestly, no, Justin. I don't prioritize protection. I just prioritize warmth. I just try to put the stuff that's more protective on the outside, so my other stuff doesn't get ripped up as much. So like I typically wear like my bear coats on the outside of my exploration parka. Even though the parka is I think more waterproof, I like to have the extra protection so I'm not constantly repairing the parka. So there's the shelter. We just need to keep going. There's not a rope here. I didn't see a rope there. Gosh darn it. I didn't think I saw a rope there. Map saying that there's a rope spawn here potentially. So, alright, so we need to go this way. I don't know if any of you guys watch Friends, but every time I open a map like that, I like the episode where Joey and Chandler are walking around London, and Joey's like, you have to put yourself inside the map. I feel like that sometimes playing this game. I have to like orient myself with, okay, this is the thing I was just looking at on the map. It faces this way, it looks like, and then I have to go with it. I don't know why, I'm just a dummy sometimes. I could throw a stick down and do it that way, but this way's more fun. That's why sometimes you'll see me like orient myself in weird ways. It just needs to make sense for my stupid brain, that's all. I hate these bridges, doo-dah, doo-dah. Okay, so here's hoping. So we're at High Meadow now. It's saying it spawns here somewhere, potentially. Looking for a body or something, maybe. Take all these saplings. Alright, is there anything back here? Nope. Okay, anything over here? Nope. Okay. Do you see any birds here? No. Okay. There should be a body. Okay. Not seeing any crows like there is a body, so I'm wondering if it's not here. There's a rope down. Bless you. Silly cat. Okay, well it's not here. I think I would see the body. Or the crows. Alright, well, not here then. Whoa, what was that? Oh, missed the location. I don't think I have any charcoal. Yeah, I don't have any charcoal. Well, that sucks. That scared me. I was like, what does that say? Because I just saw a significant portion, and I was like, uh-oh. Usually in games that means, like, significant portion of your health, or, like, you know, something bad. I feel like before it just used to pull up a picture of a Polaroid or something. Okay, so it's not there. So, let's go back towards the mine then. We'll cut back towards the mine and head over here to Wolfstraw. And if it's not there, then I will scrub the videos. Because we'll probably run out of time by the time we get there. Because I need to work at 9. And it is 8:30 now, so... I'll try to get there today. I don't want to take the road. Would be where... There's a body. we're just gonna go with it. There's a book here I missed. Sewing primer. Oh god. Sewing primer made my computer have a little bit of a stroke there. We are a little bit tired. I'm running around like an idiot. What's that over there? What is that? Is that? No, it's just a rock. Okay. Alright, so we're back here. On this side. That rope. Another little snow shelter to hide in. Oh, it's the same one, duh. These cattails up here we might grab if there are any, because I don't really intend to come back up here. So. My wife and I went to go see Pink in concert on Monday. That was awesome. She put on a fantastic show. I'm not really the biggest Pink fan, like I wasn't, and her show was fantastic. She was doing, it's like a carnival themed show, so she like taught herself, I guess, like acrobatics and stuff like that. It was actually really cool. So she like started out on the stage in like a big prop and like propelled herself down in a harness. It was pretty neat. And then like the last number of the show, they had her like flying around the stadium. It was really cool. But it's a great concert, great energy there, pretty good crowd. Like, had a thoroughly good time, even though I only know like a handful of her songs. I've heard enough of them on the radio, but it was a lot of fun. My wife bought us tickets for Christmas this year because she found them and she wanted to go, and she thought it would be cool for us to have a concert date. So we did. It was a good time. I recommend. She seemed pretty genuinely happy to be in concert. It didn't seem like she was forcing smiles or anything. She was cracking jokes with people. Like, her set was actually very entertaining. So, she didn't go on until 9 o'clock, which is like generally my bedtime because I'm, old, and I need to be up early. But it was a good time. So we didn't get home until almost midnight, but it was worth it, being that tired the next day. Recommend if she comes to your area, if you like her music. She's very entertaining in concert. Obviously, if she's not for you, then understandable, but her music's fun, so. And she did a set with Brandy Carlisle at the show I was at, and they actually did a cover duet of an older song. I forget exactly which song it was now, but she covered a few songs to commemorate like singers that had recently passed and stuff like that, so it was kind of cool. I hadn't listened to Pink in years either, but her music is actually a lot of fun because she spans like the gambit of like she does like pop songs. Like I feel like some of her original stuff was more, it felt a little bit more like rock based. So like she just kind of spans the gambit of like different music types. And one of those things about me that you may probably not know because I typically don't talk about it too much anymore. I'm a music nerd, so like I know everybody says that they have everything on like their music list, but like my music list spans like the gambit of like I don't really like rap too much, but there's a couple rap songs on there. I've got some R&B. I like jazz. I like jazz a lot. Um, and I was a band kid as I was growing up in high school, so hi buddy. So a lot of the stuff that I used to do in my free time was exploring other music, stuff like that. So somebody like Pink for me, the fact that she's willing to go into all those different genres that are outside of her own, and not, to her credit, also not generally the most popular genres, always, um, is pretty exciting for me. And there was like a slew of age ranges there. I mean, there were kids as young as like maybe 8, and there were people as old as like, you know, I saw like an elderly couple look like they were maybe in their 70s there as well, and everyone seemed like they were having a good time. It just was a nice experience overall. We're gonna crash out for a few hours here just because we're so tired. But overall, it was definitely like a good. It was a little bit expensive because concerts are expensive, but was a great date. I was super stressed out to go because I had to figure out to leave work early. I was telling you guys last episode that our roof is now fixed, and the roofers came kind of unexpected on Thursday on us. So between that and then forgetting that we had the concert and needing to ask to leave work early, I just was like so out of sorts that like by the time we were like getting ready to go, I really didn't want to go anymore. I was getting very frustrated, and I think my wife could tell. Um, but I was able to sort it out with no issues. I kind of freaked out about nothing because that's what I do. But we might let's do 3. I don't want to sleep here tonight if we can help it. When I get back, but we're a little too tired for my liking. Grab these, take them with us because I don't really intend to come back anytime soon. But now I don't have to worry about water dripping on my head. So the night of Kat's birthday party we were trying to have, it rained really, really hard. And the roof had been behaving and not leaking, even though like I knew we had to get some of the where my gutter meets the roof. I can't remember the term. It's not scaffolding. I was going to call it scaffolding. It's not. Up underneath the roof that needed to be replaced. We actually had a squirrel that had gotten in our attic because of it. So I had somebody come out to fix it. And when he'd reached up to like brace himself on the house, he said like the part of the roof crumbled in his hands. And he was like, "That's concerning. You need to have that replaced." I was like, "Okay." So we like played around with it for like a few months. We had a big storm a few months prior to that where we were a little bit concerned because we did get a little bit of water in the basement. Nothing too crazy, but enough that it was like not cool. So after that, we had been good for a while. Where this big storm that we had on Saturday, we had water that actually was dripping into our bedroom. So I was trying to sleep on Sunday night, and I was frustrated because like I just couldn't sleep because I get like that sometimes. And I'm like laying there, and I was like almost asleep, and then like water dripped on my arm, and I was like, "Oh my God!" and started like freaking out. I was so frustrated. So I like texted my uncle the next day, and I was like, "Hey, we can't really wait on the roof. We're gonna start to get water in our bedroom." And he was like, "Okay." I didn't expect him to have people come out that quickly, but he had people out by like Thursday to fix it. So they were here bright and early on Thursday. I went to leave to go to work, and I was like, "That's weird." And then I saw them start working on it, so I had to like last minute call my boss and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be home today. My dogs are freaking out. They're on the roof." Um, so I stayed home Thursday, and then they wanted me to come in Friday, but I ended up staying home Friday too because I was like, I'm not. Oh God, are there 2 bears? Oh no! Oh, he's mad. We're gonna get mauled. We're gonna get mauled. We're gonna get mauled. Yup! Oh God! I thought that was the bear from over here. Oh, friends. Ow. That other bear. Oh, we slept. That's right. Bad news bears. Ow. Oh, that was mean. Oh, God. He's still really close.
Right? I have to stop that bleeding somehow.
Okay, we're gonna back off. We are going to fix that so we stop smelling. I want to get my hatchet back. Okay, let's use that. That was mean, Mr. Bear. Oh. Okay, we're gonna stem. Then we're gonna run. Nope. Oh, man. I haven't done that in a long time. Jeez. Gotten beat by a bear like that. Ouch. That was rude, sir. Come into your house and beat your ass. That'll teach me, I guess. Trying to get as far as we can before this wears off. Stem. I didn't need to use the stem, but I have a few stashed places, so I just wanted to be able to get away from it too, because I was tired and I didn't know if I was going to be able to run. So I didn't need to use the stem, I just opted to. So. Because if he would have turned, my luck, and here's why I use the stem, is if he would have turned around and gone after me again, we would have been down to like 1 HP or 10% HP, whatever it drops you to. And I'm not trying to die. So, I have 2 in my pocket, so I figured I would just take the risk and use the 1. So, you know, I'd rather be safe than bear food. So. Damn, jerk off bear. I completely forgot we slept. I didn't even think to look for him again. Oh well, lessons learned. I just feel like it's not even worth shooting at them with a revolver because it doesn't do enough damage. At least the standard revolver. I think the hunting one is supposed to hit like more like the rifle, but we don't have that one yet because we didn't find the prepper cache yet. So, ouch. I feel insulted. Stupid bear. Yeah, I'll check my clothes. I'm sure they're fine. The stuff I'm worried about I can't fix anyway, so I'm gonna have to take them off. But that's okay. We're gonna follow the signs back for the mine. Because that's where we're headed. Go lick our wounds in the mine. You know, I'm surprised that bears just aren't like an insta-kill, because if you got mauled by a black bear, you would be dead. However, I do understand for game balance, they couldn't really do that. So, I'm really worried about how this cougar's gonna play. Because if it's anything like the other things, it's probably gonna rip you to shreds. I'm thinking it's probably literally going to shred your clothing. And my guess is it's gonna be hard to detect it? Maybe? I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do with the cougar. Mountain lion, whatever you want to call it. Cougar's a derogatory term these days. Yeah, that's what we're coming back for is, there's that spot to look for the curator's rifle. Because we're not even back at this cave yet, okay. Why does it say cure on it? It's weird, okay. Can we go to the right window, please? Thank you.
Need to find a place to rest.
We have a few of these, so we'll just bust through them, who cares? Oh, but that didn't help. They're heavy anyway, so I'm just trying to get back to a cave we can actually sleep in. So we need to make some water too. I think the curator's rifle, we have to go back towards the cave we came through to get up here, and then back the way that I thought was the right way before, but that was actually the wrong way. I think it's back more towards the mine. It's at Wolfjaw, so is where it says to look. I think I found it at Wolfjaw before. I've also found it right outside the mine before. But we're probably going to have to get back to that mine cave and call it a day, because I do have to get ready for work, unfortunately. Luckily, my commute's very short. It's getting foggy. Ew. But I'm probably just going to wait until the last minute, log on to work, and then run downstairs, let the dogs out. Make some breakfast. Sounds good. Been on like an egg sandwich kick lately for breakfast. Nothing fancy, just like 2 fried eggs on toast with some cheese. Nice little protein boost for the morning. I actually think I have some chicken I could cut up, maybe make an omelet. That could be good. I did that the other day, it came out pretty well. Alright. Is this the cave that had the hatchet in it? What is this cave? Have I been here before? Oh, there's coal in this cave. Nice. Nothing else in here? Okay. I'm a bit worried about this fog. I think because of the fog, we are going to sleep in this cave tonight. I don't trust leaving it. So let's make some water, and then we will call it a day. I think here, if this fog didn't roll in, I would try to push through, but I have a headache in-game. I need water. I'm getting hungry, and this is a safe bet to stop here. So we're going to tuck back over here. Cook some stuff. Oh, man.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Come on, little fire. And then that'll give me a chance to not run around in circles, too. It's not entertaining to watch me run around in circles, I'm sure. So. Alright, let's get that going. What kind of food do we have? This MRE. Not much left of it anyway. The fog's kind of what put the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, I do need to cut down on some weight. I'm not doing too bad because my weight itself is actually only at 92. But it's going to be the saplings and stuff that get me, so I'll probably just leave those in the cave to go back from the mine. We'll see. The problem is the heavy stuff is it's the stuff I'd like to keep. Like the flour's heavy. I can drop some of these. Oh, these cans can go. Gross. That's why I left the lantern down. Probably leave some of these flares at the cave. We could read this book, actually. Yeah, let's read this book and then we can leave it. That'll get rid of a pound. Oh, too tired to read? Okay. We don't need more water. Let's cook something here. Can't even make bannock because I don't have any oil. Okay. Well, pick that up then. A lot of the weight that I have is firewood, so we could just drop some of this. That's 7 pounds we can offload at any point as well. That's easy to drop. I just hold on to it until I need to drop it. Ugh, this hat. Crap. Let's do this for now. I wasn't wearing my pants? Okay. Let's take this off for now. Because I don't want it to break. It takes so long to make. It's a pain in the butt. Make one of these for now. Well, my understanding is you lose percentage every time you put it down, so I don't want to keep picking it up and down either. So, at this point it's already down, so it's okay. It needs to be repaired anyway, but let's go ahead and chuck some more. Why not? It's one way to get rid of it, huh? And then we should be able to read for an hour. That sounds like a blizzard. Okay, we'll not be able to get another hour. Let's add some more coal to that. Sleep for another 2. I swear my family is funny. So my mom posted a video on our family page. They had a raccoon that was like raccooning around in front of their house. Just genuinely, you know, being a raccoon and exploring. Well, she posted it on our family page. And of course, jokingly, I was like, "Oh, bring it inside. That's a cute kitty." My grandma just commented and was like, "No way, they bite even when you raise them." I was like, I was not even close to being serious. Ugh, silly people. And of course, my wife said the same thing. She was like, "Oh, just wants to be your friend." They didn't find that funny. All right, guys. Well, that is it for us for tonight. Or this morning, rather. We are down to 90 pounds, which means we should have more than enough space for the rifle if we do find it. We could also lose up to 6 more pounds, just basically. So, it was nice chatting with everybody. I will see you guys in the next one. Maybe one day this weekend. I don't want to make any promises, but if not, then should be around Wednesday. But I will talk with you guys in the next one. Later, Gators.